Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi, Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action in today's trading session. We've started off on a slightly subdued note when we talk about a new week, and joining in to help us understand what could be the trend going forward, where could be the returns higher in terms of sectors and stocks, where should be your focus. I'm joined by a very special guest. Miraj Vora joins in from IDBI Capital. Good morning, Miraj, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Of course, we had a softish start if you talk about the markets. Of course, the global markets also had given us, some kind of subdued, cues as well. And that is what we have reacted to. The Sensex has slipped about 100 odd points. The Nifty is below 16,600 as well. There are a few stocks that are actually dragging the sentiments. Right now, M&M, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank, Reliance, NTPC, these are the top gainers. While if you talk about Wipro, HUL, TechM, and TCS and Tata Steel, these are the top laggards. How are you looking at this new week's trend? How is it going to be?
Good morning, Sakshi, and good morning to all the viewers. What we have seen is that, this start, though, may be a little bit on the negative side, but we have managed to hold 16,400. If we see the low for today and previous lows, it is almost near around 16,640 odd levels, or 16,440 for, pardon me, that is where we have been there, and 6444 is what the low we have done today. So it's possible that, if we hold 16,400, then we may again, bounce back and may trade or consolidate in this range where 16,400 and 16,800, 700 is where some supply comes in. A similar kind of consolidation which we had around 16,200 for 2 to 3 trading sessions, and then finally managing to break out of a trend. So still we are holding our targets of 17,000. I guess I remember when Friday we had a word, we were looking for this one dip.
Yeah.
Though the correction has been a little bit deeper than what we anticipated, but this would be a good opportunity to enter into Nifty as an ultimate target of 17,000.
Okay, understood that. Now, in terms of sectors also, I remember we've discussed a whole lot about the auto space, the defense space, previously the agri space as well. We've widely discussed. What else comes onto your charts as a new momentum sector that could be on the radar of traders as well? We've also seen the oil stocks really reacting sharply to that 2% up move in the crude oil prices, overnight. What is your thought here? Is that a space that you're looking at?
OMCs are one which we are looking at. OMCs also can be one of the biggest beneficiaries. If you look at the GRM data which came in, it has again hit a fresh high. So on a trading perspective, we feel that OMCs would be one thing. And other than that, IT, though it has shown a little bit of a weakish opening today, where most of the IT names are down by 2.5%, but they are already on a very good corrective footing and a very strong base. So I feel the larger cap IT names also can be looked out for. And banking and financials, we still would avoid a little bit. There is possibility and trading short covering bounce into the cement names also.
Okay, understood that. Now, in terms of some specific stocks, I wanted to again ask you as to what should one really do with M&M. I remember, I think we've discussed this before also. The stock is again up 1.5%. Does it still have an upward momentum from here on?
It certainly does have enough legs to surpass 1,060 and touch 1,100 in next 2 to 3 weeks. It is consolidating currently, and 1,033 is a good mark where your risk to reward is very much favorable. Where on 1st of June it had seen a blip where 1,014 was the low. So we don't see this stock going below 1,010 or 1,000 levels. So that could be your overall trademark or the stop loss where you can trade with this stock. And ultimately, we feel 1,100, if it surpasses, then on a longer term, it can have a very bigger targets also.
Okay, understood that. What about the FMCG counters? Today they are down, most of them, Nestle, HUL, both are trading down in, in the trade today in the early session. Your thoughts here on the FMCG basket?
On the FMCG space, there is quite an interesting thing seeing is that, most of these stocks did see a rebound or, an up move, and now they are giving up partially of their gains. So a little bit more of an downtick is possible into the Pure FMCG players such as Dabur, Colpal, Britannia, HUL, these or Nestle also, Tata Consumers, these can see a little bit of an cooling of a profit booking, but overall in the space, two stocks which are still, looking on the outlier part are, one is on the sugar name, Balrampur Chini, since that is only in FNO, but other sugar stocks are also looking, which are not part of an FNO, are looking strong. And ITC is one stock which we prefer that, if it corrects a little bit also, wheat is a very good situation for ITC. If wheat continues to stay on the uptrend, that will be a positive for ITC also.
Okay. One more pocket before we go on to your stock recommendations. I wanted to discuss is the cement stocks. I remember weekly we had discussed, I think, Ultratech Cement on Friday as well. Today also, if you see, most of the stocks are reacting on the downward side. Your thoughts on the cement basket and what do you expect as a trend going forward from here?
On that day itself, what we have seen is that sharp cuts did come into the cement space. Today, some of the names are continuing to bleed, but we have seen the three major players which were in focus: ACC Ambuja because of the Adani expansion and Ultratech because of its own expansion have now stabilized. Ultratech is mildly into negative, or it has started to show some signs of stabilization. So once that happens, then we feel that even these stocks can have spillover effect on the other cement names. So a short covering rally is due for these cement names because they have seen 7, 8, 8, 9% cut in one single day, which is not usual for these names. So for Ultra, you may see 6,000 coming in as a short covering rally.
Okay, understood that. Also, in terms of stock specific action, what are you going to trade today? If you could share with all our viewers.
So two stock ideas I have, one on the long and one on the short side.
Okay.
So on a very short-term trading perspective, we have sell on Chola Finance. So this is one where NBFC or financial space where we feel that markets may still weigh a little bit on the negative side. So currently the stock is trading at around 646 levels, where you can have 660 as a stop loss, and the initial targets for this will be 615. And the second on the long side is HPCL. So as I had already told that, we feel that, there would be positive for OMCs going forward, and a very sharp correction has been seen in this stock from 300 odd levels. It has come to 220. So almost a 30% correction has already been seen. 227, 228 where the stock is trading. 222 can be the stop loss and 245 will be the target.
Okay, understood that. Well, thank you so much, Miraj, for sharing all these thoughts and insights onto the markets with all our viewers, and hope you have a great trading day ahead. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Same to you. Thanks, Sakshi.